In just 7 days, I'm gonna code the ultimate end update, transforming it from a barren wasteland into a thriving ecosystem of alien biomes with terrifying new creatures. After all, it's been 8 years since Mojang updated the end, and I'm tired of waiting. So, here's the game plan. I'm gonna keep this update as vanilla as possible, using the clues publicly available to code an end update the way Mojang would. Most importantly, I don't want to go bananas and add something ridiculous that Mojang would never add. The Minecraft 1.16 Nether update is the gold standard of Minecraft updates, and after a few episodes, I want my end update to be a similar size. The best part is, you can download this update from my Patreon right now. It's day 1, and I spent the morning looking around on Google trying to get inspired. Remember Minecraft dungeons? Well, Mojang has this biome called the End Wilds with dry and crunchy looking yellow grass. I figured I'd start small by adding that to the game. And immediately, whoa, what the? I ran into a major problem. I've made Minecraft updates before using data packs, which is like modding, only easier and with some really weird limitations. Like not being able to add custom blocks in a block game. The only solution is to set aside my wealth of data pack knowledge and learn Minecraft modding on the fly. After all, how hard could it possibly be? Okay, pretty hard. So I sought the guidance of a sensei, and that's when I found Joe. He literally taught ChatGPT how to make Minecraft mods.
No shot. Wait, it used my video for this?
Yeah, this guy's the real deal.
Today, we embark on our study of the
Minecraft modding.
I bought Joe's Minecraft modding course for 50 clams, and I got my project set up in no time. Now I can type my code here, press this little green arrow, which boots up a fresh instance of Minecraft with my mod installed. Again, the only reason I'm doing any of this is because I thought it would be easier to make custom blocks with modding. And yeah, it's super easy. You make your texture, write a tiny bit of Java code, and your block appears in the game. It's accessible through the creative menu, it has a hitbox, but best of all, it's a real block with all the performance benefits that come with it. So I used my new superpower to add additional endstone variants, which helps a little bit, but after looking through 100 endstone builds, I've concluded endstone is ugly, except for when people use it with dark prismarine, which is so needlessly expensive and difficult to get for no reason. You've got to kill at minimum 2 guardians and a squid for a single block. Can you imagine making a house out of this? The sheer blood toll is unthinkable. End sludge, an environmentally conscious alternative that is also easy to get. Finally, a new dark turquoise block. You're welcome. I made a brick and a packed variant just like normal mud, and I think they turned out pretty great. It gives me Terraria dungeon vibes. Day 1 was a strong start, and I went to bed feeling confident. So confident that I felt ready to tackle even more advanced blocks. It's the morning of day 2, and as I ate my breakfast and watched another Joe tutorial, I heard this.
Under net, and then Minecraft, and then right here, you have every single class available. So for example, in block, there's every type of block class. Hey, you know what? I really want to know how a magma block works. Absolutely no worries. We go to M, magma block, bam, there you go.
What? I didn't know I could do that. This changes everything. With my years of Java experience, I can just look at how the game works, reverse engineer almost anything I need, and with one sentence, my sensei opened my mind to the secrets of the Matrix. So I took the red pill and I put the tutorials in ×2 speed. I couldn't get enough. I skipped like 60% of the lectures. Just show me the good stuff, Joe. Show me how deep the rabbit hole goes. As you can see, I added a ton of new blocks. In fact, if I stack all of them and jump, yeah, there's a lot here, so I'll just show you some of the highlights. So I made custom grass and bioluminescent vegetation, one called chorus roots, which do nothing besides glow slightly, and the other called end spores, which emit these little particles. You can use them to craft spore torches or spore lanterns. I also added a new full cube light block, which I think looks really good when paired with purpur. I added slabs and stairs and even a new wood type called chorus wood. Okay, cool, but are these blocks actually good? I decided to put them to the test by giving them to my friend Shovel241, who's a professional Minecraft builder. Dude, how did you even make this? Yeah, the blocks are fine. Also, I am 100% adding what he built to the game because you guys are going to love it. I went to bed that night feeling nigh unstoppable, but I knew tomorrow would be my biggest challenge yet. It's day 3, and I think I'm ready to code my first custom mob. Honestly, I'm pretty scared because there's like a million steps and a single mistake could take hours to fix. So I tried not to think about that, and instead I focused on copying the Blastling design from Minecraft Dungeons. Basically, the Blastling is a buff Enderman that shoots magenta fireballs. It's sick, it's a good place to start. Or so I thought, because when I went to add the fire, I noticed that modded entities can only have one active texture at a time. That's dumb, I can have a bunch of active textures when I make data packs. I'm sure there's a way, but I gotta be smart with how I prioritize my time, and since the flames are just aesthetic, I really can't afford to spend hours on this, especially when I still need to set up the animations and each of their timings, configure the AI and define a list of priorities, and even come up with a list of attributes for the Blastling. Speed? What's a good speed? I don't know, 5 miles an hour maybe? Oh god. I was off to a rough start, and it was only downhill from there. So you know how Enderman's eyes glow a little bit? Well, I want the purple parts on my Blastling to do kind of the same thing. So I looked at the Enderman code, found this render feature layer thing. I found a reference to a texture, looked through the game's files, and I found it, the Enderman's eyes. Too easy, I smugly thought prematurely. I tried really hard to replicate what Mojang did, and with every attempt, my game crashed. Over and over again, like a Russian car crash compilation on YouTube. I felt like I could do literally anything at the start of today, but I was humbled. My training has only just begun, and I need to accept that some things are simply beyond my power level. I can't afford to spend more than one day making this mob. I couldn't even figure out how to get the fire texture or the glowing effect to work, so making the Blastling shoot projectiles was out of the question. I need to keep it simple. We can salvage this, but we need to pivot. This guy is now called the End Brute, a fiercely territorial mob found in the End Wilds. Why are his arms purple if he doesn't shoot fire? From clobbering Endermen with his fists! The End is now an ecosystem with a pecking order. Dragon, End Brute, Endermen, Endermites. Games like Monster Hunter do this well. The world doesn't revolve around the player, it goes on with or without you. Are you guys buying this? I really hope you're buying this. So I coded a custom melee attack because that's the best I could do. I'm sorry. If you can believe it, I had originally planned to add 3 mobs today, and okay, I added like 75% of one mob with some questionable animations. Maybe my hubris got the better of me. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped 60% of my sensei's lectures. Needless to say, my confidence was shooketh, but the trials that awaited me on day 4 would shatter it completely. Terra Blender, the true final boss of this challenge. Want to add a custom biome to Minecraft? Apparently Mojang made it really hard, and that's why Terra Blender exists. It's something that developers can use to make adding biomes to Minecraft easier. When I went to add my custom biome, I froze in horror. Overworld? Nether? Where's the end? Unlike before, there's no pivoting around this. We need Terra Blender to work, or there's no way that we can update the end. Surely there must be some kind of mistake. Little did I know, Terra Blender was about to derail my entire training arc, and I was in full-blown panic mode. I googled but found nothing. I never realized how spoiled I was making data packs. If you get stuck, you can Google literally anything, no matter how niche, and there's always a Reddit post with a helpful commenter telling you exactly what you need to do. The Minecraft commands community is humongous. The Minecraft mod dev community is fragmented, and from what I can see, it's a lot smaller. Okay, I am a 4-day-old modder. I need to be spoon-fed like a baby because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm scared. I found the Terra Blender GitHub. It had a wiki, which was completely useless. I clicked the issues tab out of desperation. Surely someone else has encountered this problem before, right? And then I found it. A glimmer of hope, a light in the darkness. One poster insinuated that the end dimension biome support was added for Minecraft 1.20.4 in Terra Blender. How he figured that out, I have no idea, but I'm choosing to believe him because I have literally no other choice. Unfortunately, I was still on Minecraft 1.20.2 at the time because I hate re-downloading all my mods. I took a shortcut, and instead I made a ton of extra work for myself. So I tried updating my mod, and it had some unintended consequences. But thankfully, I was able to fix it, and my mod was fully updated. Phew! Crisis averted. Terra Blender still doesn't work. Oh god, I thought I was in the clear, but my hopes and dreams were Terra blended into a failure smoothie and flushed down the skibbity toilet. I don't like asking for help, but I'm out of options. So I turned to the Terra Blender support Discord and asked, are there any guides, examples, or documentation on how to do this? Everybody ignored me. For the first time in my Minecraft career, I was completely on my own. My sensei couldn't help me, and Terra Blender's more secretive than the Illuminati. I copied the exact version on their GitHub for Minecraft 1.20.4, and no dice. It was like I was missing the classes I needed to update the end. I put the pieces together, and there must be a version of Terra Blender that Glitch Fiend is keeping from the public. But who is Glitch Fiend and what are they hiding? Well, it turns out it's a shadowy group of developers conspiring against me. I did some sleuthing and I found out that they're the same people who made Biomes O'Plenty. Their 1.20.4 version has end biomes, including an end wilds. Well, this is awkward. Looking through their code, they also make use of Terra Blender, so I found their Gradle properties and jackpot. Terra Blender version 3.3.09. You can't hide from me. I used that version, rebuilt my project, and yes, I couldn't believe my eyes. It worked. It's really ugly. I jumped around for a bit in celebration, but it was a bittersweet moment. Sure, my sensei's teachings were working and I felt my power level soar to unimaginable heights, but I wasted an entire day on something that should have taken 10 minutes tops. And after all that work, I somehow made the end dimension even worse. I'm so tired, but the timeline's in shambles and I need to keep going. I got the end brutes to spawn and there's definitely way too many of them, but whatever, we'll fix that later. Then I coded some trees and I forgot to make leaves, so I used a random block as a placeholder, and to put it mildly, they need some work. I tried fixing my weird trees and I made them long. I wanted to keep going, but I was making mistakes I wouldn't normally make, so I decided to just go to bed. It's day 5, and frankly, this end update's been a disaster. If I'm gonna turn this around, it needs to happen right now. Let's start small. Step 1, get the grass to spawn. Configured feature, placed feature, config feature, registerable. Yeah, I'm in way over my head. I poked around the game code and I found vegetation patch feature config. I don't know, maybe that sounds like something, but it wanted a million parameters and I just couldn't figure out what to pass it to make it happy. I got all but one. Registry entry? What the hell does that even mean? And why would grass concern itself with such matters? I was getting pissed off and I needed some solitude, a place to be alone with my thoughts. So I went back to the Terra Blender support Discord. I'm a 336-month-old baby and I demand to be spoon-fed. I looked through a ton of Minecraft modding Discords and I found one that seemed active. And that's when I met Neves, this random guy that was on his own Minecraft modding training arc, and he was having trouble making trees. Oh my god, I just figured that out myself. So I told him what I did to make my trees. Success. I'm glad you got that working. Have you by any chance ever gotten grass to generate? I helped you. Now you help me. Neves, I swear to God if you leave me now. Oh, the missing link. I made the change that Neves suggested and... Oh, we're in business, baby, let's go! I did the impossible. I connected with another human being in the Minecraft modding community, and through the wisdom of my sensei and the power of friendship, we will prevail. After Neves helped me add grass, adding end spores, block piles, discs of end sludge, and more varied terrain was easy. Neves and I went our separate ways, and while I continued working on my end update, he made capybaras with attitude. I love these guys, these are just so cute. You know, something tells me we're gonna be okay. I made some custom leaves and I decided to make them bushy. I know I said I wouldn't go bananas and add something crazy that Mojang would never add, but I think the end is supposed to be this weird alien dimension. It's a blank slate for Mojang to maybe bend the rules of Minecraft a bit, but then I realized rules exist for a reason. The bits that extended outside of the normal block range became black. It was a weird rendering issue and I'm not sure how to fix it. So I tried making the leaves glow and it looked a little bit too radioactive for my taste. So I turned it down a bit and now I think it looks amazing. Speaking of bending the rules, I got a little sidetracked with my chorus wood button. Unlike regular buttons, you can press this one really fast, but more importantly, chorus wood buttons now output a 1-tick pulse when pressed. If you're a redstoner, you'll immediately know that's a huge deal. This isn't a redstone video, but basically in some cases, you can save a lot of space. I don't know if Mojang would add this, but if they did, I don't think it would hurt anything, so I think I can justify including this. I wanted to play with different tree types, so I added these mega trees and it randomly started raining. Clearly, I'm messing with forces I don't fully understand and is having some unintended consequences. It's not stopping, what the heck? The game was just done taking commands from me, apparently. I make one mod and like a bitter ex-girlfriend, Minecraft commands are just being as petty as possible. I couldn't decide what tree type I liked more, so I was like, screw it, I'll just add both. I knew I wanted to add a thick layer of end sludge to the bottom of the end wilds, and I got it working no problem. Oh god, oh no. What have I done? There's been an end brute genocide right beneath my nose. Millions dead, and it's all my fault. I shut down Minecraft, unable to face what I've done, and I went to bed. It's day 6, and overall, I'm feeling much better about our progress. Now, we just need to add some structures. I loaded a super flat world and I spent like 5 hours building. I mostly added a bunch of simple structures to make the end feel less empty. First, I built these little treasure platforms that could either have a shulker box with loot, or it's a shulker box enemy. Then I made a few of these little pillars that'll spawn all over the end, and under the tallest one, there's a hidden chest. I kind of find myself zoning out as I walk through the current end because there's nothing. There's nothing to look at, there's nothing to do. These are basically mini games to stimulate neuron activation. Remember when I said that you can make a sick temple design with these new endstone blocks? That doesn't apply to me apparently. So I decided to scrap this one since it was just so uninspired and into the trash you go. But I like this ruined temple design. I want the end to feel like it has a history, and little points of interest like this make a huge difference. I made a little outpost tower for the end brutes, and I want any build I make for them to have the same sort of style. I copied and pasted the structure around and made a whole castle design with a massive pile of enderite inside. You'll be rewarded handsomely if you can raid it, but good luck. You guys are probably like, excuse me, enderite, what? Well, a long time ago, I made a small mod that added a new tier of ore to the game called enderite, which is like netherite, only better in every way. Well, I cheated and I copied and pasted in all of that code into this project. There's also treasure chests all over the place, and because I love you guys for watching my video for so long, I'm gonna put an extra hidden chest in this back corner in the top left of the castle. It's a secret, don't tell anyone. In my opinion, it's really weird that we don't have anything underground to explore in the end. We should definitely have caves, but I don't have enough time to learn how to make those right now, so instead I'm gonna make a procedurally generated sewer-themed dungeon. I tossed those rooms together in like 2 hours, and I spent another hour configuring everything and making sure that everything worked as expected. So now, in the end wilds, you'll find these little holes with tiny dungeons at the bottom with endermite spawners and some extra loot for the player. It's day 7, and I have big plans. Now that I'm done with my builds, I'm gonna configure Shovel's builds to spawn in the end. Working the shovel gave me a glimpse into the mind of a professional Minecraft builder. I'd show you guys the replay, but I think it got corrupted. But trust me, this man's working hard. He starts by making assets to copy and paste around, and eventually it turns into this massive end brute castle. You can see he does the same thing with these temples over here too. So I configured all of his builds to spawn in the world, and they take this end update to the next level. Imagine walking through the end and seeing this behemoth on the horizon. Should you overcome the dangers that await you, you'll be rewarded with treasure beyond your wildest dreams. But again, good luck. Also, I decided to completely change the way that end brutes spawn. So walking through the end wilds before with the end brutes everywhere was extremely stressful. So now the end brutes will only spawn around their structures, kind of like pillagers. Yeah, this is so much better. He also added 3 temple designs, which turned out beautifully. One featuring a quaint and almost cozy interior, one with a more open concept, and one that's larger and more intricate. It's got end crystals and this little area up top. I like standing up here because it feels like I'm not supposed to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We added a new biome that respects Mojang's original vision. Have I gone Super Saiyan? No. But I got some hair on my upper lip and I'm proud of how far we've come. Even in my extremely short modding career, I just learned so much about the game. Minecraft is so beautiful, and it's surreal being able to look at clay or a tree or something and just knowing how it all works. My goal when I started this channel was to inspire others to make their own Minecraft creations, and I hope it shows that literally anyone can do this. You'll never quote-unquote know how to code, so don't let that stop you. Just learn the absolute basics, and then you gotta jump into a project, even if you don't feel ready. You'll get stuck, you'll get frustrated, but eventually you'll get through it, as long as you never give up. If you want to make a Minecraft mod, knowing some coding basics will help tremendously. which is why I love today's video sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant's courses make complex topics like coding fun and approachable. I wish I had Brilliant when I was first learning how to code because it would have made my life so much easier. There's courses in math, physics, data analysis, and so much more. So whether you're wanting to learn something completely new or sharpen an existing skill, Brilliant has a course for you. My favorite part about Brilliant is that it turns learning into a habit, giving you bite-sized lessons that you can do even if you only have a few minutes. I see learning new skills as an investment in yourself, and with Brilliant's hands-on learning approach, it's never been easier. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/Whimzee or click the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Also, huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, these videos wouldn't be possible. I really appreciate your support.